Alright, y'all, I'm showing you real time. Alright, so you see me taking off the, moving this. See, this particular machine that I have here, all I have to do is put, I move those ink tanks to the side, and it's a hole that they've inserted where I can just stick that screwdriver in, turn that a couple times. I don't have to take the whole shell off to get to these ink cartridges, or to move that printer head, to release that printer head. So I turn that a couple times. See if you can see inside of it. Yeah, see. Now, you see that orange strip there? That's supposed to be, that is a heating pad. And I think that was just pretty much some gimmick. Like, it's not necessary. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Just comment if you know anything in the real reasoning behind that heating strip there. But they have a heating strip there. I don't know if it's there to dry the ink or what the case may be. But, they sold me on that. But see how I have these syringes right here? Alright, these syringes, these is what you're going to use. Like the DTG says, I'm not going to say it's exactly like the reverse flush, but it's something like it. You know what I'm saying? What you just, you're just going to be, whatever little ink that's sitting inside of that cartridge, you're going to suck that little ink out of there and just give it a little head start. That's what it seemed like to me, just giving it a little head start. And then when you take that ink out, you can put that other ink back inside of there. But you're going to see all of this, see this whole process that we do. And I'm just going to narrate this thing. So we take the screwdriver, I move the ink tank over to the right, put that screwdriver in there, and I can move the printer head now and access those end caps that plug into the printer head. Now I don't know all these, these printer terms, so you gotta work with me with that. So we're gonna do this with each one of these, and in the fluid that comes out of these ink cartridges, you just pour back into the reservoir tanks. You don't have to waste any ink doing this, but you will waste ink after you do this process. You know what I'm saying? You run a head cleaning. I usually run a head cleaning after this, and then I just go ahead and print. I don't even do the test run. Once you do this and you run a head cleaning, you should be good to go. But if not, then you know what I'm saying, you can run a test just to make sure. And if you're not good, run 2 head cleanings. Run 2 head cleanings. But usually you're gonna be good after you do this process here and run a head clean, do a test run. You should be good to go. You should be plush. And again, I've done this even after, letting it sit for 5-6 days, and then just come in, do this process, and get those inks out of there. Get that ink out of there, especially the white ink. And then squirting it back into the reservoir tanks. But I'm gonna talk to you about that orange strip y'all see there. And it's a lot of things. It's a lot of things people talking about right now, man. I watched the Ninja Hustle, the brother from Ninja Hustles, and he gave his 2 cents in it on the DT. I wonder why so many people putting so much energy into saying, well, I wouldn't get the DTF because I question people when they do stuff like that. The reality of it is, folks, listen. This is you talking about, you comparing a $600 printer to $1 million company. That's what they're doing. They're doing right now. Would I get a DTF machine, or would I just get super color prints? It's like, bro, super color prints is, like I said, if you're doing bulk orders, heavy bulk orders, yeah, of course. You know what I'm saying? Without question, go ahead and do that. You save time. You're not going to save money, but you're going to save time, which equates to you saving money. But the DTF printing, man, we talking about a $600 printer, or, say $1,500 to $3,000, you know what I'm saying, printer. And this is on the low end of printers when you compare them to, you know, the other ink toners and DTG, and even DTG doing DTF. They like, oh man, your DTG machine can do direct to film now. It's like, come on, man. You know, like what's going on? Why wouldn't we know that from the get go? Why are we paying $20,000-$30,000 for these machines? And we can get a machine to do the exact same thing for $1,000, for $2,000. Like, come on, man. I set the camera up, you can see it. That orange strip there on this particular machine that I got from Alibaba. I think the company was called Full Color. This orange strip right here is a heating strip. It don't seem like it's necessary. It just might have been some kind of gimmick. You know what I'm saying? They put on there, oh, now it got the heating strip. And it also had ink. It said circulation, but it wasn't real circulating. It really wasn't circulating the ink. It really just stirs the ink up. You had a button where you could just stir the ink up. But you see that right there? I pulled the ink cartridge out, pulled the red out, shake it up a little bit, and then you're gonna put that syringe in there and just pull that ink out. And you're gonna do that for all of the inks. And I do this. This is like my daily. This is my daily maintenance. Like when I come in. And you know, if it's been sitting for a day or two, that's what I come in here, and you see I pour the ink right back in. Now I'm gonna tell you this too, with those, you know what I'm saying, squirting that ink back into those containers. These syringes that I have, they have like this extra cap that sits on top of there, and what happens is. Well, I ain't gonna say what happens is, it's just I just wasn't, you know what I'm saying, paying attention. Just be careful that you don't lose that cap inside of the ink. I got about 2-3 of them things just sitting inside of my ink cartridges. I'm still trying to figure out how I'm gonna get those things out. But I may just wait till the ink's pretty low and find some way to suck it up out of there, or some kind of tweezers or something that can get down in there. But you see here again, just going one by one through each of these things. We're just gonna see how long does it actually take to do this daily maintenance, because these machines do have a maintenance, and they can be a headache. If you haven't done anything like this, this can scare you away. This can, you know what I'm saying, this can scare you away. It's just like embroidery, man. Embroidery people dealing with the embroidery, and they think you just finna plug and play that thing, man. That embroidery can be a little intimidating, you know what I'm saying, especially for the soccer moms, especially if they haven't touched any tools. Housewives, soccer moms, oh man, that machine will eat you alive. But again, just shaking them, you know what I'm saying. I don't know if you have to do that with the colors. I just do it anyway. Shake them and get that fluid out. And you'll see how long it actually takes. And I say it don't take really that long, you know what I'm saying? People just want to cut their machine on and go, and I understand. But we do have to understand, man, you saved a lot of money with the ability to do what you're doing right now. You saved a lot of bread. I'm seeing now that even DTG machines are printing on film. Now they're like, oh, wait, look, we can print on film too now. It's like, you know, that's just a move, because you don't need the pre-treatment machine. You know what I'm saying? The buddy I'm partnered with, he has the Omni print. He has the you know what I'm saying, $6,000 pre-treatment machine. And if you don't put ink, you know, wherever you put that pre-treatment at, it hardens the shirt. It put this funny little feel on the shirt. You know what I'm saying? So even if it's not print there on the shirt, it still has that feel on. Now that may go away after a couple washes or something like that. I'm not sure. I haven't did a wash test on that, and I really haven't did a wash test on these DTF machines. So, you know, people have. They say they've done it. I'm not finna sit here and lie to you and say I'm finna put something in the washing machine 50 times. No, I don't have time to do that. Don't have time to do that. Not finna put my washing machine through that. So no, I have not done that, and I'm not gonna lie to you about that. So we still trying to get these things Are we trying to put them back? Trying to make sure you put those cords back aligned on those tracks, and that can be a little problematic. Like it can be a little, you know what I'm saying? It can be a little aggravating, but you know, just take your time. Take your time. Make sure you put those things on right, because if it's not on right, you see how that cord, it's kind of hanging down a little bit. Sometimes that can get down on your actual film while your film is coming out on that platform. That cord can get loose. See, I got that little clamp right there. That cord can get loose, and sometimes I had it on my darn on my printout, just rubbing back and forth, ink getting all on the darn cords, and you know, just not watching it, and then not paying attention to see if that clamp is on there. So you gotta make sure that it has enough space to go left and right, but not too much slack where you know it could come down on your it can come down on your printout. And again, too, man, you gotta make sure that when these printouts come out, that ink is wet. All it take is one swipe. All it take is you to touch that ink one time. It's over with. That printout through. So you have to be very careful when that thing come out. Sometimes I be so careful. Sometimes I just pour the darn powder. You know, I let it sit there for a second, and I pour the powder straight on top of the darn board sometimes. But I try not to print to go. Like I try to, you know, for all of my shirts, I try to keep at least 5 printouts for each shirt. So I just do, little hour runs, you know what I'm saying, here and there on the machine. But yeah, to get it ready, like I said, it's gonna take you all. It's pretty much wrapped up now. And I got everything done, put everything back down, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? It's not a crazy headache. You know what I'm saying? Everybody trying to make it seem, but that's pretty much a wrap. And just go back and wash those syringes. That stuff just washes straight out. But I hope that was edifying. I hope that was, you know what I'm saying, you was able to get something out of that, just to see that maintenance part, and pulling those that little ink residue up out of there, or that ink that just done sat. And like that white ink sits and it kind of dilutes. And once you do that and get everything back set, you do a little head cleaning. And that's pretty much what's happening here. But you see how long that took? Maybe about 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 12 minutes, something like that. In between 10 to 15 minutes, your maintenance before you start this machine up. All right.